What if I told you that every piece of music you have heard or ever consumed is just made up of three things? That's all. Be it be pop, be it be worship, be it be classical, be it be jazz, be it be EDM, be it be film music. All of it is just made up of three things. Not 500 as you thought it would be, not 1000, not 10,000, but just three. And after understanding these three things, music might become a little less confusing for you. Let's talk about it. Now, one of the biggest reasons that people quit music is because it becomes overwhelming, right? There's always another topic. There's scales, and even if you're talking about scales, there's always some other scale you need to do. Maybe it can be a blues scales, and in that blues scale also there are 12 of those, right? And then there's modes, there's intervals, there's harmony, there's pitch, there's arranging, there's counterpoint, there's composition. Now just imagine, just talking about it makes me feel sick, and I'm sure you also wouldn't be feeling nice. And the biggest reason that people quit music is that because there's always another topic that people feel that, bro, we won't be able to do all of this. And that's the reason people just say that, okay, now maybe I don't want to do music. But here is what nobody tells you, that maybe these smaller pieces are just part of your bigger ideas. Okay, let's talk about something. Let's talk about an analogy. I don't know how many of you would be interested in Legos. I'm sure you would have heard of Legos. And dude, I love Legos, by the way. There are some spaceships, or there are some Lego toys where you have 10,000 pieces, right? When you just open the box and you just pour the box in, there are 10,000 pieces. First of all, your brain just starts thinking that how would I be able to just finish this, right? But then when a person hands you the manual, and then once you read the manual, you just realize that maybe that these 10,000 pieces are smaller pieces of something very big, right? And then you understand that, oh, these 10,000 pieces are just smaller pieces which are just repeated again and again. And then you get to know that, okay, it's not actually 10,000 pieces. And that's the same thing what happens with music. Now, first topic is, let's talk about the core pillars of music. And music works the same way. Music also has just three different pillars, right? There's rhythm, or there's time, and then there's pitch, and then there's harmony. The first part, rhythm. Now, what is rhythm? Rhythm is when things happen. Okay, I'm sure it would be a little confusing. I'll say it again. Rhythm is when things happen, not what happens. It's the when. It's the timing. It's the pulse, the groove, and the patterns, right? Now, if I clap a pattern, right? Let's say, even though there are no notes, but if any person hears this, they would instantly recognize it as music, right? And honestly, most musicians just underestimate how important rhythm is. Let's talk about the second most important part, actually the second part, right? Because these three are equally important. The second part is pitch. Now, what is pitch? Let's talk about the second part. What is pitch? Pitch is what note you're hearing, whether it's high or low or everything in between. Or let me clarify what pitch is. When you listen to Happy Birthday or when you sing Happy Birthday, what you're doing is, when you're singing the melody, that is pitch. When you hear a guitarist play a long 2-3 minutes solo, what is that? That's a pitch. When you hear a Hindustani classical vocalist doing an alap for maybe 10 hours, actually that's not true, when they're doing an alap, that is pitch, right? When you recognize your favorite song after just hearing the melody, you're recognizing pitch. And let's talk about the third part, which is again very important, and it's called harmony. Now let's first understand what harmony actually is, right? Now what harmony actually is let's talk about an example. Let's say I am there, right, and I'm doing all the work, but suddenly with me, two of my friends come with me, and then we do the same work. The work will also happen, and I'll enjoy also, and it'll look colorful also, right? So the idea of harmony is that what one person is doing or what one note is doing you add things on top of that, so that color gets added, so that it gets exciting, so that it doesn't sound monotonous, right? So basically what I'm trying to say is that harmony is relationships. Harmony is when notes starts working together, and that is when it sounds more happy. That is when you can emphasize on sadness. That is when if something is joyous, you can exaggerate on that, and that is what harmony means. Harmony is relationships. Harmony is notes working together. Now let me tell you about something crazy, okay? Now here's the crazy part. Everything that you would be learning in music can just be categorized under these three categories. You want to see how? Let me talk about it, okay? Now here's the crazy part. Almost everything in music can just be categorized under these three categories. You want to see how? Let's talk about it. Now there are so many subtopics, right? I'll categorize all these subtopics under these main three pillars, okay? Scales, where do you think it lands in? It would come under pitch, right? Let's talk about modes. Where do you think that lands? Again, pitch. Chord progressions, that's harmony, right? Subdivision, groove, that's rhythm. Counterpoint, that's again pitch, and can come under harmony. So do you realize that how it is? All the subtopics that you have ever learned in music, or which you would be, so all of the subtopics which you have learned in music or which you will be learning in music just can get categorized under these three categories, which is rhythm, pitch, harmony. And that is how the system of music like never before has been made. Now the question is that whatever I just said, right, why does this matter? Now why this matters is that once you learn that there are only three categories, your brain and even your heart sometimes it stops getting overwhelmed, right? Now that you know that there aren't 500 or 1000 things to do, now you know that everything can just be categorized under these three categories. So doing three things rather than doing 1000 things, it's a little easier, right? So now whenever you're learning something or whenever you're learning any topic under music, just try to categorize that into these three categories. That am I learning pitch? Am I learning rhythm, or am I learning harmony? So then learning any song or learning anything becomes a little easier for you. And every concept has a purpose, and then everything just slowly starts making sense. Now there's one realization I've come across after teaching for so many years. And when I started teaching, I also used to teach like so many topics, different topics, but I started understanding that in the starting people were excited, but as the topic started increasing, the interest got down. Why? Because people thought, or people started getting overwhelmed to the fact that there is so much to learn. But once when I categorized this system, or once I made the system where I categorized music, the entirety of music under just three categories, it became easier for all the kids, because all they had to do was just learn all the things and just figure out that what is it? Is it related to pitch? Is it related to rhythm? Is it related to harmony? And that is what we at Music Like Never Before, or we at The Label You Need, we do. What we have done is we have made a system so that you can understand music the way it was supposed to learn, and so that it takes lesser time to actually do music, because once you understand music takes lesser time to actually play, right? At Music Like Never Before, we've just divided music into three categories, which is pitch, rhythm, or let's do a sequential order. There's rhythm, there's pitch, there's harmony. And we have made level 0 to level 5. It won't take you years to complete. It would just take 1 year of dedicated time, and then you can spend your entire life playing or singing or making music exactly the way you have ever wanted. Slots for my one-on-one sessions are available. It's booking very fast, so book your slots now. Also, my level 0 to level 5 books are available for you to buy. All the links are there in the description below. You can buy it right away. The examinations and the video courses are also coming. They're on the way, so there's a lot more to come. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I hope you got something out of it. Next videos, we're gonna go crazy. We'll be talking about a lot of different concepts related to music, and we won't leave anything which comes under music. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can receive every notification. You can watch every video there is. Have a lovely day. See you guys. Bye bye.